This the Mixtape Queens.
What's up, family? Welcome to another fire episode of the Mixtape Queens Podcast, where we bring you the hottest and most innovative voices in the industry. Today, we have D Elite, a bomb artist out of Charlotte, North Carolina, who's a rapper and a jeweler. Okay? How you doing, King?
I'm doing great. Just kind of hanging in there day by day. How about yourself?
Same. Every day is different and learning as much as we can as we go along. Hopefully we can spread that knowledge and that experience with the people who need it.
Yeah, right. Always want to just spread positivity to everybody because, life is it's hard. Nobody ever said it was going to be easy either. So
Big
you just
facts.
got to spread positivity and make sure that everybody knows to keep going for what they want. I'm all about improving every single day, no matter what it is. It could be any aspect in your life. It could be, the way you eat or your mentality, improve something every single day.
Yes, and it's no wonder that we face these hardships day in and day out so that we're able to pay it forward when somebody else needs that advice. We're able to come up with it.
Right.
So let's find out more about you. Tell us, where does D Elite come from? How did you get started making music?
I had to say around 10 years old, I was living in a trailer park home, going to a school called Parkwood, and shout out Parkwood Middle School. uh, but I met this dude, and he was rapping himself. He was a little older than I was. He really took me under his wing. He goes by the name of G Code now. Shout out G Code. That's my dog right there. He took me under his wing, and he was like, I rap now, and he knew I played the drums. Started off playing the drums. He was like, you want to try to rap? I was like, well, all right, can't hurt try. And it's like I fell in love with the art ever since then. I started studying everything about hip hop, about rap, trying to figure out what cadence flow is, trying to figure out who I am as me, my brand and what I want to spread to everybody. I've had several different name changes throughout the years until I finally came to this one. And I think mainly it's because like I always consider myself and the people that I have rapped with, that I bonded with, that does this music thing with me, it's like we're all in elite company. So that's where I got the elite from, and it also kind of has my middle name in it because my middle name is Lee. So I try to make it kind of sound similar to who I really am.
That's hella dope. Yeah, so you started at a young age, and it seems like divine timing that this person found you and wanted to make you a star. So tell us more about that.
Um, I mean, like I said, we were so young. It's just he was trying to make his way. He was in high school while I was in middle school at the time, and he was trying to make his way. He actually was on my bus, and he was, trying to do what all the young local rappers do and try to say, "Yo, I rap to everybody," type deal, uh, and really try to get his name out there. And sadly, life kind of took us apart, and we lost touch for a long time. I ended up going to a high school called Sun Valley, and I met this dude there that rapped himself, and he figured out that I rapped, and we collabed a whole bunch of times, and um, he was a really good dude, and he kind of helped me as well, trying to figure out um, lyrical wordplay mainly, to be able to do the bars, to do the sound however I want to sound, and just really put all the pieces together type deal. And since then, he stopped doing music, which is all cool. You know, life takes people their own way, but I've had to overcome a whole lot of like struggles and stuff throughout my time trying to be a rapper. I fell into some deep, dark stuff, drugs, and my mentality throughout that time. And finally got clean, and I've been clean ever since. It's been about 5 years, 5 or 6 years. And, I just have to say, drugs are no joke, and you don't want to take those things lightly for certain. And I figured out, like, if I could just spread good energy to people and show them the struggles that I've been through, maybe it would help somebody else. That is my biggest thing. So all of my songs have all different kind of energies in it. If it speaks to somebody, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I make this for people that can relate to me. And being a former drug addict, it had, very depressing times, very times where you're just, pissed off at the world. You don't think, you deserve anything that is in this world and stuff like that. And with my new mentality and how I've grown since, I feel like I can help other people.
That is so powerful. Yes, that's beautiful. Yes, we're really blessed to join you on this road to recovery and this road to a higher state of consciousness where now you're able to live and help others by experience. Hip hop has deep roots in the drug culture, and it's something that I think a lot of people are facing, but not enough people are speaking on. So, what do you have to say to those young people who are struggling and maybe they're, facing addiction and hard times?
People that are facing that, to me, I have to say, you got to really look inward. Like, why you start this? Why did you start the passion that you have to begin with? Right? For me, it was for the love of one, the art, and two, for my family. I do this for my family. If I could pop off, live great from it, from doing the thing that I love to do, then that's how you succeed. I don't picture, success as, living in big houses and, having all the money in the world. I don't really care about that. To me, success is you live happy, you live comfortable, you live with your family, and you do it all for your family. You do it for your passions. You do it because you want to inspire. Do it for the impact. That is what you got to do it for. And the people that get caught up in this whirlwind of drugs and addictions, it could really change your mindset about the things, because then you end up giving up on your passions. Then it takes too long, or you come up with problems with the people that are around you at that point, because drugs tears family and friends apart. It does. So you don't want something like that to rule your life. You got to take life into your own hands. And by doing so and getting clean, forcing yourself to get clean, I happen to quit cold turkey. And that's not, an easy thing to do. But if you could do that and go through all the withdrawals that it has and empower yourself through it and let yourself know every single day that you are worth it no matter what, then you can overcome anything. That's dealing with your job aspect, that's dealing with, your weight aspect, that's dealing with everything. If you can overcome it, you can overcome anything.
Social media game changers. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level?
It's time to step up your game with the Mixtape Queens. We specialize in all things social media, from graphic design, music, photography, and videos. We got everything you need.
Whether you're a business looking to boost your brand, an influencer looking to expand your following, or wanting to just get yourself heard, the Mixtape Queens got you.
Want to contact us? Go to our website at mixtapequeens.com.
You were like making us speechless over here, because it's very empowering to hear someone who's been through these things speak on how, first of all, it affects everything in your life. And then it affects other people's lives as well outside of yourself. It's not just you. And we just really appreciate you opening up about that and, telling your message, because these people out here, they need to hear that. And congratulations to you for 5 years of sobriety, I think you said. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't ever hide, my former addiction or anything like that, because it's like I stay as an open book, just in case if somebody is doing, coke on the side or whatever, and they hear about these stories. I was addicted to meth. That's what I was addicted to, and it truly messed up my teeth. So I've been, trying to save up money myself to be able to fix my teeth, or get dentures if I have to. I don't really care. Whatever would make it better. But somebody with these addictions on the side, even if they haven't came out and told anybody, because a lot of people do stuff in secret, and I've learned that just throughout my time. I've noticed people at my former dealer's house that I was like, yo, I didn't know that you did this shit, So it's like people could put up a good front to you in your face, but you never know what's going on in their actual life behind the scenes. So I stay an open book to help overcome any adversity like that, and I've been always telling the people that are just, getting started and stuff like that. Anybody that I meet that is just getting started and they're like, I just tried this the other day or whatever, I tell them, you don't want to go through with this life only because it makes you go deeper and deeper into it. And the more deeper that you get into it, you're going to end up with you at your dealer's house. You witness him pimp out this girl right in front of you, tell her to go to this house 20 minutes away and come back literally an hour and a half later and then take her to the back room. That is the nastiest shit. And then he gets out of there and thinks that people stole $500 from him. So he grabs his gun until he found it himself in the couch. I mean, that's just, so yeah, it's definitely it's a rough life, and I don't want to hear about anybody thinking that life is cool, because it's not. It could get you killed. It could ruin your family. It can tear you away from a good job. It could tear your life down.
Yes, King. Thank you for saying that, man. Like, everybody that's listening, you need to take note, especially if you're going through these things. It's very important that you hear this message and understand that this is not an attack on you. This is someone that cares about you enough to say it, enough for you to hear it, enough for you to understand that they know what you went through or what you're going through, and you can make it out of that.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm attacking them for the lifestyle that they accidentally got into. And I say accidentally because, like, everybody's, oh, I'll just try it once. Well, that try it once turns into another time and another time. So it's an accident. Yeah, people want to try things. That is your human nature. But it's about overcoming them whenever they get you. So that is the true power, the true strength that is in you. So my music has a little bit of everything, and a lot of times I want to put my life in the music to make others who are also, that live by music, that listens to not just the beat, that listens to the lyrics and that listens to the meanings of all these songs. All these songs have meanings. So the people that are like that, they hear this in my music and they can relate and hopefully help them through it.
Yes, that is so powerful because the world needs more of that nowadays. A lot of people are suffering, and a lot of people are just young enough to be awakening to what's really happening around us. And it can be quite frightening, right? Like the government and the world, the economy might be crashing, and all types of chaos is going on around us, let alone in our own families, where sometimes we can't get along, we can't agree with each other, we don't feel comfortable, we don't feel understood, and we're looking for a way out. I know that addiction can be resolved by replacing that addiction with something else, such as maybe working out or music. Are there any other suggestions that you have to give to anyone who's struggling with that position right now?
Meditation. And some people might laugh at me whenever I say that. Meditation. Whenever I was going through all that, I really kind of looked into Buddhism, Hinduism, and really found meditation the most helpful because you clear your thoughts, you clear your mind of all the stress that you're under, regardless if it's bills that you have to pay, or maybe baby mama you got to deal with, or whatever it is, that's really weighing on your mind. Meditation can take that away. You just gotta find it in yourself. People meditate different ways. So, I mean, look up, for anybody that wants to try it, look up different ways of meditating. It's not just all, sitting down, cross applesauce, and putting your hands up. That's not all meditation is. Meditations could be vary throughout, standing up, of breathing treatments, of all kinds of different ways. So me personally, and this might sound kind of weird or whatever, but I used to put in earbuds and I don't listen to nothing. I just have in my earbuds and I just stand in the corner of my room and just breathe, close my eyes, let my head down, and really focus on my inner being while listening to nothing. And it's just mainly because it blocks out all the sound and it lets me come to myself.
Right. I can relate to that because I think a lot of people visualize meditation, or if they're not familiar with meditation, they visualize it as this Buddhist construct or this yoga instructor type of construct, where I think it's more along the lines of just silencing all of the distractions around us and letting our own thoughts be free enough to see beyond what we might be worried about or stressed about, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Because meditation can save lives. Just learning how to breathe the right way can save lives. So I can see how that's very soothing to you and where you can really come to yourself and have some of the most rawest and most honest moments.
It's been a journey, and I can now happily say that I've gotten to a point in my life where I can focus on both of my careers and be happy alongside of that. I found a beautiful woman in my life that helps and encourages me to continue going on any path that I want to, if that is going into jewelry more or into music more, whichever, because it's a trade and it's always a good option. I'm in love with music. That is something I'll never stop doing, regardless if I ever make it big or if I never do. It doesn't matter, because I have a pretty stocky plan B. And jewelry is like something that will never die down. Everybody loves their luxuries. So I just take plan B and I'll feed plan A. That's how I feel about that.
Okay, a man with a plan.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. You know, we're curious because you've come so far on your journey, and we're curious to find out what's in store for you. What do you have planned? You know, plan A, plan B, and beyond that to keep spreading your music. And what message do you want people to hear?
Well, my biggest plan as of right now, I'm actually working on an EP that is going to be called, and this is the first time I'm saying it, Ashes to Phoenix. And in this EP is going to be 5 songs. I'm going to have 5 songs on it. And it's going to tell about my drug abuse and how I overcame my drug abuse itself. Because the term Ashes to Phoenix is saying my old self died and I burst into flames. I got a new mindset, a new way to go, a new way to life. I am living again. And I dropped my very first mixtape probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was called Victim of Doubt. Victim of Doubt was telling about basically how everybody that I ever knew, other than the ones that I actually, rapped with or whatever, they always said, "You're never going to make it. Might as well give it up. You're not that good, whatever." And it was saying that I was getting killed by all these doubts. So that's where another string that attaches Ashes to Phoenix, because now I'm burning bright. I'm doing the things that I need to do. I'm getting noticed by a couple people that I definitely look up to for certain. And I'm on my way to do big things. So I can't allow myself to slow down no matter what I got in front of me, whatever life throws at me. I'll take the hits and I'm going to keep it moving, because I know that I can overcome anything.
Yes, King. That's mad inspirational. And I'm so glad that you have come onto this podcast and are using this platform to spread such a powerful message about healing and learning that you are the phoenix and you can rise from the ashes and you can always be reborn again. And man, I'm definitely a big fan of you, especially now. Like, we are locked in.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all the support and love. And I've actually been listening to your podcast for a minute now, ever since Nation mentioned that she was going on it. And I listened to her episode, and then I started listening to the ones before. And I think y'all are really great. Y'all are good for the culture, and I appreciate everything y'all do.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, that really means a lot to us because we do this for y'all. It's for your voices to be heard. Your stories matter, whether you're a small artist or a big artist, or you just started or you've been in the game for 15 years. Your story matters. And at the end of the day, the queens are always going to support, share, like, comment, and show love to artists like you who live in their authenticity and know who they are. That's a very special thing. So, on the Mixtape Queens podcast, we, of course, use this platform for artists like yourself. And at the end of the podcast, we ask, is there any advice that you would like to give to any of the creatives that might be listening that are struggling with figuring out how to live in their life authentically and create the things that really make them happy in life? What advice do you have to give today?
Live every day with a purpose. I wake up every morning and I tell myself, what am I going to do to be better? What am I going to do to be better? And I had this mentality for a while, but it really struck me again whenever I went to the summit. Shout out Kasky. It's my dog. uh, Went to that summit, and it truly changed my way of life at that time because, I smoked pot heavily, and then just hearing Kasky talk about, how he's now clean and, you know, he's spending more time on his art, this, that, and the other. It's like it really made me think, I should be doing the same thing because like the art's going to be here. You smoke, which I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with smoking, whatever, but it can slow you down if all you do is you smoke and then you sit down and you play the game or whatever. So I'm gonna make art. That's what I want to do. I want to make art, regardless if that's music. I'm trying to get myself into drawings again. I used to draw a lot whenever I was growing up. So regardless of whatever it is, I'm gonna put my all into it and continue to improve myself every day. I don't care what it is, honestly. It could be telling yourself every morning, I'm going to make sure that I work out today. That's something that I'm actually struggling with, to be real with you. I'm going to put that out there. I've been trying to tell myself the workout, and I want to work out every single day. But it's like sometimes I forget. I got things going on. I got to, take my son somewhere, something, something always comes up and it makes me forget. And then I'm like, oh man, going to do it twice tomorrow. Something like that. So I would never claim to be perfect, even in my mentality that I think is great. I think I do have a great mentality, but I'll never be perfect. So there's always something that I have an area of opportunity in. And I want to continue polishing, one, my skills, two, my lifestyle, and the people around me, and spread positivity and help people find their passions. It doesn't have to be art, it could be science, it could be anything. So definitely find your passion, work towards it, and don't let anything stop you. Overcome anything and try to improve yourself every single day.
Yes. Y'all
Yes,
heard
King.
him. Don't play. You already know.
Yes, wake up to your true potential and unlock that greatness within you, because you hear it right here, right now on the Mixtape Queens podcast with D Elite. And we're just living proof of what you can become when you unlock that greatness inside of you.
Big facts. So thank you so much again, King, for coming on and shining your light. We're going to have all of the links for your social media in the bio and the description of the podcast episode once it airs. Go ahead and let everybody know how else they can find you.
My biggest thing is Instagram. Find me on Instagram at DElite9692. Follow me on there. Chat with me on there. I hit everybody back up. I don't think I have an unread message in my Instagram. So definitely hit me back up. And if you're an artist, let's work.
Period. Y'all heard him. Let's get it. Thank you so much, King. And you enjoy your week.
Thank you. Y'all definitely have a blessed day. And thank y'all so much for letting me come on here and share my story, no matter how hard it is to tell it, and help me get out to the world to help others. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, King. And it's such a blessing to have you in our life. And please always rely on us. If you need us, we're always here for you. And we'll support you for the rest of our life and the rest of your life. Count us in, because we got you. For sure.
Thank you.
Rise like a phoenix into a realm of the unknown.